opinions expressed are those of the panelists and do not reflect in any way those of the podcast partners, sponsors, or affiliates. Enjoy.
Hi, this is Michael Buffer, and you're listening to the Voice of the People. Let's get ready for Boxing Voice.
Hey, Daddy, this a dollar beat.
BoxingVoice.com. No matter what nobody say, man. Spirit, can't nobody fuck with me, man. You know, I can't be fucked with, you know.
Dollar D Beyonce Productions.
Whether you pay to see me win, or you pay to see me lose, you're gonna pay. Fuck it, your kids still gotta eat. I don't have to watch, any footage of a fighter. I mean, because I'm Floyd Mayweather, everybody gotta watch me. I knew eventually I was gonna have to fight Oscar. I feel like he was straight up and down, no special effects. BoxingVoice.com. How can Canelo have the biggest deal? Your deal is for $300 million, and I made $350 million just in one fight. And you're fighting on an app. BoxingVoice.com. I'm a king, okay? I eat a feast. Every time I eat a feast. And when I get up from the table, I don't give a fuck who get the leftovers. At the end of the day, follow my green print.
Dollar D Beyonce Productions.
BoxingVoice.com.
Good morning, TBV. Good morning to all my boxing fans out there. We are back with another one to talk some boxing today. And it is August 4th, 2020, 9 a.m., Tuesday morning. And we're going to be discussing Andre Ward getting at Eddie Hearn, letting him know he has a lot to say about everyone else's business and he needs to attend to his own affairs across the pond. Keep his nose out of Mike Tyson versus Roy Jones Jr. And we'll get into what exactly Ward had to say to Eddie and what exactly Eddie had to say back to Andre Ward. And then we'll ask you guys, did Ward have a right sticking up for Tyson and Jones? Should he have mind his own business? Is Eddie in the right? Is he just concerned? But we'll talk about it. You already know the number to call in, 1-425-569-5241. Press 1 one time. Voice your opinion right here on the Voice of the People hotline. Don't forget you can add Nestor Gibbs on Skype to be part of the conversation. And I want to thank everybody for joining us with a brand new episode of the Boxing Voice Radio, hashtag TBV Podcast, wherever hashtag do use. Plus, you could always catch Alex Doomsday Lioness breathing extremely heavy into the mic, ruining the audio quality. What's up, fellas?
What up? Yo, you let him rock. He's just nervous because Hurricane Eastside East is about to ruin the plans.
The best part of waking up
is TBV in your cup. Yeah, my bad about the breathing. I need a new mic arm. I'm getting it together, fellas. Yeah, man, Mike Tyson, Roy Jones has been a talk. Tyson, period, actually. It's been a talk in the last couple of months. And his comeback in this exhibition now darkly looking like an execution ready to happen. Search and destroy. That's what Mike Tyson said. It came out of his mouth. And, it's coming to be a worry for a lot of people, being as though they're not using headgear and they are using 12-ounce gloves. So, there's people out there that got a lot to say, but I don't think that is as dangerous or as crazy as people are making it out to be. These guys are professionals. At the end of the day, they've been professionals. Yeah, they retired. Well, Mike retired. But I think that there still could be good composure regardless of what's being said, at the same time entertaining, right? So it's like, why is Eddie Hearn saying what he's saying? Why is Mauricio Suleiman saying what he's saying? People got their own opinions, but shit, I'm still tuning in, champs.
As far as Suleiman, I knew that was going to come. We seen, I guess, the inception of exhibitions for later fighters be talked about in Cancun, Mexico during the WBC convention. I've said here on the show time and time again, I witnessed someone on the committee, stand up, take the floor, and employ Mauricio Suleiman to try and get involved in all senior fights. He told, the committee and the audience exactly the truth. These guys are not done with the sport, and they probably won't be. They will continue to fight, and it is the WBC's job, the jobs of their fans, to protect them. And in the convention, the WBC had, petitioned for these seniors. Back then, they didn't even know Tyson was going to get in the ring with Jones. But, they petitioned for these seniors to put on headgear just so things could be safer. But let me get to the facts and what it is that Andre Ward had to say exactly to Eddie Hearn. So I'm screen sharing Andre Ward's verified Twitter. This little white check mark here indicates that he is verified, and this is actually him making his statement. It says, with all due respect to Mr. Hearn, who seems to have a lot to say about everyone else's business, should manage his own affairs across the pond and let everyone else do the same. His opinion is not the absolute voice on what's good for boxing. Carry on. Thumbs up emoji. Now, this comes on the back of a Boxing Scene article, which you can see, that says Hearn warns that Tyson Jones could be an absolute disaster. Hearn replies to Ward, and we'll get to that in just a minute, but you can see it there if you want to kind of race along. But guys, I guess first thoughts when you seen Ward coming for Eddie and having, I guess, his own opinion on Mike Tyson and Jones, and Hearn's thinking it's an absolute disaster, or could be an absolute disaster rather.
Well, if you go into what Eddie's saying, I think the problem he has is that it feels like they're halfway in, halfway out. Like from Eddie's viewpoint, it's like he's saying basically like either do it all the way or don't do it at all. That's how I interpret it, and I can rock with that to a degree. Like when I first heard the news, I was like, "Whoa, I cannot believe like it's actually gonna happen." And then as the news started to come out more and more, I'm like, now I can believe that it's gonna happen, because it's like starting to get a little watered down. You've had people you've had people involved with it. The referee specifically, I forgot who it was, say, the minute I see any blood, the minute I see somebody get hurt, I'm stopping it. They're calling it a hard spar, but you got Tyson out here trying to sell the fight. And I think that may be where everything's getting caught up. It's like, I agree with Andre, like Eddie, if he was involved with this, he'd be selling it every which way. And not just Eddie, any promoter, De La Hoya, Bob, they'd all be trying to sell it. So right now we're in a situation where it's like, I think the problem is we want it all or not at all. And that's what I'm saying for the detractors. And I just don't know what's right. They're tugging on my heartstrings. They're tugging on my nostalgia. So it's like part of me knows that this could be bad, but the other part of me is like, I don't care. Go for the knockout, Mike.
Yeah, nah, look, man, I want to see it, and it's getting this type of attention, and now you just got me curious and shit. Now I'm gonna go conspiracy theory, right? Maybe they're just doing all this so that it gets more attention, right? I mean, why? I mean, I'm pretty sure that these guys know what they're doing. I mean, I guess I can't really sell that, for Eddie to be on that same page, but Eddie had his own reasons to say it. I think Mauricio Suleiman knows what's up, man. I mean, even though 12-ounce gloves, I mean, naturally, heavyweights fight with 12-ounce gloves in a pro fight, or 10-ounce. Now they're 12-ounce gloves, right? Yeah, so they're fighting pretty much with the same gloves that Tyson Fury and all the other guys are fighting with, no?
Rob is so butthurt in the chat. Oh my God. I love seeing how UK dudes stick up for Eddie. They're like, oh my God, it's an opinion. People do interviews because Eddie does numbers. Bro, stop defending, man. Get out of here. Jesus Christ. Like, so we're going to act like Eddie doesn't have an opinion on every single thing going on in boxing. Everything. Everything.
Well, I mean, and I think that's the point too. It's like, yeah, he does.
So how
and I
can
don't have
we
any
bash?
wrong. I don't have anything wrong with him saying it, but then you can't have anything wrong with us, like, breaking it down. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I just don't get, how can we bash Ward, right? Or belittle Ward and try to minimize this as if Eddie does mind his own business. As if he's always just talking about his own affairs. Like he's not getting on live talking about the Charlos and talking about Gervonta and talking about everyone else's fighters. Andre Ward is within his right to say this. Eddie has more than an opinion. He puts out a narrative, and I love it. I love to see you dudes squirm. It's crazy. Like fish out of water right now. No, Eddie, leave Eddie alone. Flopping around.
well, but that's my problem. Is look, I mean, Eddie has every right to say whatever he wants to, but then we have every right to, kind of delve into it and check people.
Well, he had
a
a reply. He had a reply. I don't know if
No, you're not. You don't have the right, Mario. I seen people in the chat already telling you, be careful, Mario. Ward might get mad at your opinion because they're butthurt that Ward is mad at Eddie's opinion. So they want to side up to Manchester Mario because they know he's the UK host. Oh, be careful, Mario. They might get mad at
but see, in this case, though, I feel like I agree with Ward more than anything in that I want to see the fight. You just lost half your fan base.
No.
But that's my point is that when you look at what Eddie said, I don't think that, I think that the whole point he was trying to make is that the fight feels like halfway in, halfway out. And I think everybody can agree with that. Like, I don't think what Eddie said is, wrong necessarily, but I agree with Andre Ward in that, if Eddie was attached to this, he'd be selling the hell out of it right now. He'd be telling everybody,
bro, he admitted.
Guess who's back? Guess who's back?
Mario,
Tyson's
he admitted
back.
in the
article.
article.
You probably would have paid those people that made the Fight Camp song to make a Tyson Fight Camp song, right?
He admitted in the article that they've reached out to him to put it on Sky, and they're probably going to put it on Sky.
Yeah. That was in there. So I don't get him. He kind of contradicts himself sometimes.
Yeah, that's in the art.
But real quick super chat.
But I will say this because I don't want to act ignorant to the context. Eddie is simply saying, look, these guys are saying they're going for the knockout, but the commission is saying it's an exhibition. This is why I don't do exhibitions, because if Tyson really goes for the knockout and the commission steps in and calls the fight off, fight fans are duped out of their money.
Exactly.
So in context, Eddie is right. But so is Ward to tell Eddie, stop having an opinion on so much things that have to do with American fighters and American sport. Handle your own stuff in the UK. Take care of the MSG Garden. But Eddie is right. I will say that. I'm not going to act like an ignorant person. Like, Eddie is right. As a fight fan, damn, they ain't wearing no headgear. Damn, they wearing 12-ounce gloves. Well, you might as well make real rules. I don't want them to stop it if Tyson throws a mean left hook and we're like, oh, what if that would have landed? Then all of a sudden the commission's like, yo, the fight's over. Come on, you said this was going to be pity pat. So Eddie got a point, and he is making us think. Do you want to spend $49.99 and then, Tyson goes ham and the fight's over and you don't get an outcome?
I mean, if Tyson goes ham and puts Roy out, I'm happy. I'm good with that. I used to pay. I remember, even back in the day when my dad was paying $30 for a pay-per-view, and then all of a sudden 2 rounds. It don't matter. You're paying to see Mike Tyson be Mike Tyson, so I don't know.
Yeah, no, I get that, and that's the thing. Is like, if we're not paying to see that, then what are we paying to see?
Ward should have told him, "Yo, worry about them MSG 93,000 numbers." Sweet Caroline. Because I'm sure Jones, and Mike will sell more than 93,000 pay-per-views.
Oh yeah.
Well, I don't know. Is it even like a paper? Oh, it is a pay-per-view thing, right?
It is, and
Yeah.
it's
Yeah,
on
59,
Caffeine,
and it's
okay.
$49.
Yeah, see, that's the thing to me is I would agree with that 100% if it was on like regular cable or like regular pay-per-view. I feel like
It's on
the
Triller,
market-
right?
Yeah, it's on Triller. That's the only thing that I think could hurt the pay-per-view
Oh, so you're saying it's
numbers
not
is-
on Dazn? You saying it's not on Dazn, and Eddie's still worrying about what's going on with this? Okay.
Yes, that's what I'm saying.
Now, weren't we over here at TBV telling Eddie and DAZN that they should jump on this? This is exactly what that DAZN American Subscription Network needed to get American subscribers? We said
You
that,
did
right?
say that, yes.
And they also lost their Jake Paul fighter, right?
Nate Robinson, Jake Paul. Yep, they do not have that fight.
Okay. So Eddie really needs to focus.
They seem to be building that up pretty well.
He
too.
needs to
I'm not gonna
focus.
lie. I'm excited about that.
Bruh, how do you lose Jake when it's proven that my man brings in the numbers? How do you do that? How do you do that?
Whoops.
You need to focus on across the pond, Champy. Make sure you got what's going on right over there. But yeah, man. So you want to give any direct quotes?
I wanted
Give me some
to,
direct quotes from that Mauricio Suleiman, Mario, after Doomy gives his take. What up, Doom?
No, I wanted to read Eddie Hearn's reply on that tweet from Andre Ward. He said, "Blimey, Andre, old chap. I don't even know what blimey means. But
I was gonna say I don't know what that is either. I wish
it's like I said, like I think blimey is like,
I wonder if that's like a UK word for slimy.
like
slimy. Yo, is he slashing S's like Crip slash B's and shit? Eddie over there gang banging. He dropping letters.
So I'm gonna assume it's like, damn it, Andre, old chap. Blimey, Andre, old chap. I gotta ask the question. No, just kidding. I gotta ask my opinion. Might be worth reading the article over the headline. If a commissioner called it off, that would be a disaster.
And it would be.
It's called clickbait.
We got some super chats. And we got some mad fight fans out there. Let's see. We got numero uno, Michael Buffer. Eddie wished he signed Mike Tyson fight on the DAZN. He's mad. Call him Big Mad. Big Supermax Mastermind rocking out with TBV. Damn, Supermax, you've been a mastermind for like 3 years already? Yeah, but Eddie Hearn is also so asked about almost everything going on in boxing. So how mad can we get at him answering a question? I mean, we are not mad. Ward had mixed feelings about this. We are just reporting because
you know what?
Our hard working listeners don't have the time on their blue collar jobs or their hard cases in the courtroom to whip out a cell phone and be on social media and follow everything that everyone does. That's what they follow us for. We bring it all together in one place.
For a guy that's thrown, it was I guess who has had the inception of the spectacles, being with the YouTubers and now doing the MSG.
Yeah.
It's crazy that he spoke like that.
He's got like something negative to say, right? Like you got guys fighting in the backyard. You always come up with an innovating things, right? You went to RADA and made a temporary arena. That scared us. Oh, no, he'll never get it done. And he did. So it's like when someone else goes left field, why don't you embrace them the way that TBV has embraced his left field ventures? When Fight Camp came out, we reported, and I was very happy at the initial imagery of Fight Camp. Now Eggington happened, and we were very pleased. I even had a back call debate. They know I barely get on the back call. I was on the back call for like 2 hours arguing with them because they would. I just jumped on randomly, snuck up on them. You know what I mean? It's me, Batman. And all of a sudden, I hear the bashing, the Eddie bashing. And I'm like, bro, that card legitimately was better than Showtime's. Legitimately was better than Showtime's. First of all, Tremaine didn't pan out. And for those that went out to Leo, he did. I don't even remember anything else. Oh, yeah, Escudero. So that went viral.
Yeah.
So that helped them.
Super viral.
As a totality, that helped them. But Fabio was better. Tennyson was better. Dalton Price, I know his name now because he was better.
Dalton Smith, I thought is his name.
Oh,
no?
shit. I thought I know half his name. Dalton Smith, though.
Dalton's the important part.
Dalton. It's not too many boxers named Dalton. So, yeah, so like, yo.
Dalton Smith.
Look, man, people was like, oh, they should be ashamed. They're fighting in his backyard. I'm like, bro, so you going to tell me that Showtime's card looked visually better than the MSG Garden? Because it did not. It did not. I don't care what side of the pond you live on. Like, you are a liar if you say that the big 50-foot blue curtains and 2 monitors that Showtime gave you in that arena was better than what Eddie was showing you on your TV. You kidding me? You're lying.
Nah.
You're lying. You know, the drone shots, the fact that they went the extra mile and put the Fight Camp banner on top of the canopy, so when they go up to the top, you see that. You know, the scenery of the whole 15 acres. And that's another thing. Like, oh, to belittle it, right? And say, oh, Eddie had him fight in his backyard. Ha ha, you fighting people's backyard. Bruh, can one of y'all show me your 15-acre mansion? You know what I'm saying? How many of our backyards can we fit in Eddie's acreage? You know, the hate is retarded because people ain't out here on Zillow trying to buy houses. You know, when you just calling someone's, like my man got a small, he got a small town. He got a small town as a house, and they talking about, oh, he got him fighting in the backyard. Oh, man.
He got a small town as a house.
Yo,
Yo,
it's crazy,
real
bro.
quick though, I do have the Suleiman quotes pulled up, and this is what the WBC press had to say. Social media and sports media exploded with the news of Mike Tyson return to the ring. Regardless of being just an exhibition, the news has gone around the world, and there's a great interest in seeing this event. Tyson will face Roy Jones Jr., who was considered for several years as the best boxer on the planet for his great ability, hand speed, fist power, and overall dominance in the ring. The exhibition is scheduled for Saturday, September 12th in Los Angeles, California, an 8-round contest without headgear and wearing 12-ounce gloves. This is a point that worries me. Both Tyson and Jones should wear headgear that boxers use in sparring and wear 16 or even 18-ounce gloves. This event is a charity initiative which is highly appreciated and seeks to give sports fans a moment of entertainment. That is why the WBC fully supports the realization of it. But I repeat, in no way can the safety of the contenders be neglected. I am certain that the California State Athletic Commission is taking every single provision to ensure their safety before and during the event. Real talk.
Honestly, when I
$49.99 price point.
Honestly, when I first read this article, I was waiting for the WBC to say that they were putting a commemorative title, like a diamond belt, because this is exactly what the diamond belt was created for. This is a commemorative moment in boxing history. Regardless of exhibition, Mike Tyson is fighting Roy Jones Jr., and there deserves to be a Muhammad Ali trophy, so to speak, which isn't a title. It's just awarding the champion, awarding the winner of the fight. And they should have a diamond belt on there, man, for real. Like, WBC needs to get involved. Those dudes have made enough money in the sport where they don't need to pay a sanctioning fee for the belt. I'm sure WBC got a few diamond belts laying around and they could just drop on this. And now
he said just laying around.
You know it. Come on, ain't nobody just producing one belt at a time. This is mass production to keep price down. They got to vote.
Them belts expensive.
I think they're.
Belts.
I don't know if they do like a mass.
Even if they're
Conor
expensive.
McGregor and Floyd fought for was
brother.
Emeralds. All
check this out. Listen. What you think is cheaper, to make the belt and just leave the one circle that is interchangeable on the left or the right of the awarded champion? Every other circle stays there. Every other face stays there, champ.
You think they make like a specific belt for this? You know, they always
Yeah,
do
they
it.
probably
you know?
making like, yeah. Hell, I think that's what I'm saying. I'm shocked that they didn't announce like, and because we want to see them, be careful.
Yo.
WBC is making a commemorative belt and
Yo,
name.
the Legends belt.
Not even that. Listen, it's also falling on Mexican Independence Day because they took Canelo's Day. So who knows if WBC does the same?
You seen Chavez said he was mad about it.
Look, who knows if WBC does the same thing that they did with Tyson Fury and gave him a belt versus Otto Valin and gave him a Mayan. It was a Mayan belt. It was a Mayan belt that they gave him because it was Mexican Independence Week or whatever.
Bro, I'll fight for the Mayan belt.
Oh, listen. And they
that sounds dope.
They look good. They look good. Listen, and I like what you said. WBC needs to make a Legends belt. A Legends belt.
Here's the thing, though. I think if they were to go that route, it would have to be like some conformity. Like there would have to be some agreements.
Rules. No, listen, you fight for the belt, you fight under the WBC rules, Mario.
I feel you, but what I'm saying is right now, it would be hard for me to think that they would sanction it or even offer some sort of, like trinket, I guess, like something that really doesn't matter, but they're still putting something up only because like they can't control the rules. And at the same time, those are the rules that we have now might not really work like moving forward. Like the reason why I'm okay with everything so far is because it seems like it's all a test. Like I don't think that Mike wanted a payday maybe, or he's doing it for charity, you know what I mean? For the most part, I think, right? So like all this was kind of like suspect in the sense that I feel like he was trying to get this out of the way. Like I really believe he wants to see how he does under the lights with the pressure. If it gets to him, it would be hard to believe that pressure or attention in a boxing ring would ever get to Mike at this point. But you never know at his age, like who knows what doubts he has in his mind. So I think that he said to himself, yo, listen, give me a can. Like Roy, no, I'm just playing. No, listen, I think he said, give me somebody, that isn't going to kill me or can't really hurt me, but that the fans will recognize and is at least good enough or is fresh enough that it's a real test for me. I think if he goes out there and starches Roy or just absolutely beats him, it's only going to make fans clamor more. Yo, what if he was in a real fight? Yo, what if he fought an actual heavyweight? Like that's where he ultimately hopes to go maybe, but he's doing it the right way. It's like he's got a checklist. You know what I'm saying? It's like you don't start off saying, yo, I'm going to run 9 miles. Like, bro, you ain't running 2 years. You'll be lucky to, not puke after 2. So you're going to get those check marks. To me, this is a check mark. That's why I'm cool with everything so far. But these rules can't continue. Like, there's too much innuendo. There's too much speculation. We have no idea what this thing's going to look like. And for $50, you would think that you would know what you're buying. You don't walk into Dillard's or, I don't know, Champs and be like, yo, I'll take the Jordans. Like, wait, which ones? Any of them. Like, what? No, that's not how it works. Like, what size? I don't care. Just bring them.
Super chat.
On my feet.
Super Big Super Max says maybe the WBC is upset because Roy and Mike said they didn't want any boxing people involved, promoters, sanctioning bodies, etc.
Sounds.
Whoa, I didn't know that.
Sounds good. Sounds good. I think the WBC needs to get involved anyway. Like I said, they need to have a belt just for visually for the casual, and then the fight could be under the rules. So for as fight fans, we feel secure that the safety protocols would be in place. You know what I mean? Like, who's handling all that? If no promoter people, no boxing people are involved, then, like, how do we know that they're going to really get this going safely, properly, like real fights? Like, how do we know they're not going to cut corners because it's not a normal boxing guy doing it? Who is doing it now? Like that. I don't know. But
we got one more super chat real quick from TJ. Says, y'all see WBC doing for Porter and Formella #silver? Yeah, they're doing the
yeah.
WBC
Ask TJ, does he see that on Patreon we scheduled to do that as a overtime, champ. You know, we scheduled for
OT.
that. OT.
To
You
infinity
and me.
and beyond.
Yo, so I guess we're gonna open up the phone lines. Actually, we do got a guest in 15 minutes, and that is Michelada Time, Roberto Diaz, matchmaker of Golden Boy Promotions.
Champ.
He's gonna be jumping on Sky, so we're gonna talk some boxing with him and see what's good. You know, I don't think I even did a post for that. All right, so you guys take over while I do that.
Call him Postman. Postman.
Gotta get a pick for Roberto Diaz.
Look, I mean, just speaking on, I guess, more about Tyson and Roy Jones. At the end of the day, it's gonna go through. It's gonna be successful. I'm one of those guys that's gonna be positive all
That's
the way
a fight
around
party,
with this.
man. I think we need to do a fight party for that.
Yeah, like it's gonna be crazy. Like I could imagine everybody, even the old school heads that were around the time, you know, where Mike was 18. Like you don't understand. There's gonna be a lot of people that are gonna want to see this, and I know there's different age groups and people have different mentalities about what's going on. But check it out, guys. Look, it's boxing, it's entertaining, and it's gonna put a lot of eyes on the sport. It keeps the sport relevant. I don't agree with a lot of people saying that, oh, it's going to take away from the real fights. Like, how?
How, right?
Like, that's its own thing. And, I mean, look, maybe the date was a little crazy in choosing. But, I mean, Canelo doesn't seem to mind. And Canelo's going to be Canelo. He's going to push numbers regardless. So,
See, I think the opposite. I think that the date for me was cool because Canelo was never going to really fight on that date. We knew that. They were going to wait till somewhere closer that possibly they could have at least some percentage of fans there. And I think also if you look at it, yeah, I can see them taking away only in the sense of like the coverage. The coverage has been huge. But that said, let's be real. Like boxing doesn't ever really get that coverage in the first place. You know what I'm saying? Like ESPN doesn't cover all the fights. They cover ESPN fights, and then like other big PBC fights. That's it. So, I mean, that's the only way I could see it losing out is they used to refer to the inches on the page and, they're going to be stealing all the inches for a while. But at the same time, like how much longer? Like the fight's around the corner. Like, what is it? 5 weeks?
Yeah.
Right? 5 weeks, 4 weeks, something like that. So, the fight's almost here. It's going to go. It's going to come.
6
I
weeks
hope it's successful. That's what I hope it's successful.
Yo, do you think it's cool?
We'll
Do you think it's cool if they go like all like, I mean, like, it's $50, right? They better give us like the whole nostalgic feel. I better feel like I'm back in the 90s. Like I want to imagine they could get Michael Buffer to announce and shit. And like
Buffer, I think they can't.
I
I think they can't. I think Buffer is in contract with Dazn. Remember they bought him.
Oh snap! So yeah, I guess if they win Sky Sports, they probably could get that off.
Yo,
Well,
I
that
agree.
nostalgic feel though, right, dude? Like just having them like, give us that who's the referee? Who's gonna be refereeing? Maybe a referee that's notable.
Mills Lane's passed, right?
Yeah,
Damn.
I think so. Yeah, he was the man.
Joe Cortez
Nah, they gotta get
all
Steve
kinds of
Willis,
old out
bro.
there, though.
You gotta get Steve Willis. You gotta
Oh,
get Steve.
imagine Steve, yo. Oh
Willis would
yeah,
be
you're
dope.
right.
Gotta get Steve for this one, bro. Come on.
Kenny Bayless would be cool.
Nah.
I think he did a mic fight
Nah,
before.
nah. Listen,
What?
listen,
It's
Mike.
too entertaining, bro.
Mike, Roy, and Steve have one thing in common. All of them are characters. All of them are entertainers. Kenny is not that. Kenny's a ref. Steve is more than a ref.
Bro, if I'm a fighter, I want you reffing my fight, bro, because my fight's gonna be that more entertaining with
Yeah.
Steve Willis.
Yo, but Mike can't, like, listen, here's the thing. Mike's got to come out. All right, and hear me out on this. Mike's got to come out with, like, the towel over the head, no robe, no music. Like, if he starts coming out like Apollo in Rocky 3 or Rocky 4, like,
No, he's got to come out with
everybody. Like, nah, bro. Like, I'm sorry. Like, that's not to me. Like, I want to see as close to the old Mike, and just for purely nostalgia reasons. Like, I don't know how cool he's gonna look anymore, coming out like that. I mean, that was such a hard look back then. It was like, whoa, this guy means business. Like, he's serious. And so, I don't know. I mean, boxing's gotten different. Now we got, dancers and bands and suits of armor and like crazy stuff to come out with the walkout, right? But Mike's is like it's legendary. So I hope he comes out that way.
Yo, I'm getting some information from the chat. He says Ray Corona from California is the referee for Tyson.
That's who
Jones.
it is. It is Ray Corona. I forgot. Yeah, because he's the one
Ray
who made that
Corona's
comment
cool.
about stopping the fight.
He's cool,
He
bro.
was on the Athletic.
My man is like officially like probably retired gangbanger or something.
So he the master.
Bro,
of
under
disaster.
that, I met him in Mexico, bro, and he was mad excited that I spotted him, bro. Under that shirt, collar down, under the sleeves, tatted crazy. Yeah, me and my girl met him in Cancun when for the WBC convention. He was there with his wife.
Soy el jefe de jefes, señores.
Nah, and that's how he was dressing too. Whenever he had to go to the convention, you thought he was one of the homeboys. I'm like, oh, word.
Yo, it be like that, man. Be like that. Yo, but imagine I got the power. Da-da-da-da.
What? Who the hell walking out to that crap?
Mike Tyson, bro. That was his songs that he used to come out with.
No, bro. He can't walk out to that this day and age. Come on, champ. What's up with you, champion?
Yo, if you're going all nostalgia, he gotta go. He gotta go with all the stuff he was doing, man. Coming out with the belts all wrapped around, tied to each other. Yo, he was the man, bro.
Chill, bro. Chill. Yo, I'm trying to find the old Roberto Diaz pose. Cannot find it.
It's weird too. Like, I don't even really see his face tattoo anymore.
Who, Tyson?
And I just realized now how much different it was when I would watch him when he didn't have the face tattoo compared to when he did have the face tattoo. But I don't know. I was just thinking about like, yo, could he just come out and totally like give everybody those nostalgia vibes? I think he could, bro. I think he could. And because he's looking good, like that's the thing is, maybe the hair won't grow back into the, part that he had, maybe the, the frame won't shrink back down to that, compact size he had. But at the end of the day, it's still Mike Tyson, man. And I'll tell you what, the nostalgia vibes were there when he was pounding on that bag and hitting the target mitts. He looked real deal, and that's where this all started anyway. So we shall see.
7 minutes.
Call you 7 times. But yeah, I don't think that. Do you really think that Hearn really meant that in any way, or we should have just read the whole article? Because that's what he said, Andre.
What you mean? I read it. What do you mean?
Yeah, I read it too. But like, should I?
Context of what he really meant. We gave that context of what he really meant.
I think Ness did read some of the quotes.
No, I know, I understand all that, but I'm saying, is he asking us to go back and like deep search for what he really meant? Like I don't get it,
Yeah, I mean, I feel like I don't know. I didn't have really like a problem with what he said at all. I just feel like he's saying it because he's not a part of it. You know what I mean? Like, It would be different if he was a part of it, but at the end of the day, it doesn't make what he said wrong because he wasn't. I feel like it is kind of like a halfway in, halfway out type of thing. It's like, yo, we're gonna have this fight. But yo, it's not really a fight though. Chill. We're not gonna hurt ourselves. Like, whoa, wait, what? So what am I paying for?
But you got to pay for it.
Exactly. But it's a pay-per-view like all the other fights. Like, all right, cool. I guess I don't know. But listen, I mean, we'll see how the card shapes out still because I'm not gonna lie. I've been seeing Nate Robinson. He looked good.
We never heard another rumor about though. He was supposed to be on the card too.
I know. That was one of the first people we heard was gonna be on.
Yeah, and then that just died out, and all of a sudden Jake took over.
Yeah, well, they still got to have other fights on it, but I think for me, you got to think about it like this. If he's going to have Badu Jack on there, how can you not make him like the co-main event? And at the same time, if you're gonna have Jake Paul on there, how could he not be the co-main event? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a weird situation.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
but
yeah.
you
Because
know,
Badu Jack is more of a favor.
Yeah,
He's
exactly.
the oddball. Like, he don't carry the celebrity weight. So it's like, oh, Badu Jack's on there. Oh, he about to get some exposure because he ain't bringing none.
Yeah, exactly.
Yo, Nate Robinson put up some more footage of him hitting the mitts. That boy shredded up, man. I'm already interested in this fight. We were so light in boxing, and the schedule's still not even that filled up, man. I'm with it, man. I'm with all the entertainment. Give me some more.
Yeah, I mean, here's the thing. I think there's enough like really good fights on the docket that like this fight, it would be different if we didn't have like a lot of great fights lined up. And it would be like, so we're getting Tyson and Roy Jones, but Crawford, Spence, Wilder, AJ, like none of them are going to fight. Like, you know what I mean? But that's not the case, right? Like, we're in a situation where Spence has a fight with Garcia. Obviously AJ and Pulev sounds like they're going to happen in the first or second week of December. We have a bunch of really good fights lined up. So ultimately, I'm not saying that this fight, the pressure is taken off. All I'm saying is that as fight fans, you really don't need to complain about it because A, you don't have to buy it if you don't want it. And B, there are other plenty of fights. If, you're the boxing purist and all you want to see is high level boxing, well, then you can have that too. But this is I think everybody else is just entertained by the idea of seeing Mike Tyson in the ring again, bro. Like, and I'm sorry, if Mike Tyson were to come out with 18-inch gloves, yo, my heart's broken. Like, if I see that man wearing 2 pillows on his fist, like,
bro,
they tamed my man.
Bro, see, this is the thing. Like, I don't care if he's wearing 18-ounce gloves. He still can knock you the hell out. He was knocking guys out in sparring with giant gloves, bro. Like, Mike Tyson's a whole nother beast. That's what I'm saying. Like, I
think it's just the aesthetic, though, Doomy. Like, I think just seeing him at his age with like gloves like that in a not a pro fight, but in like a prize fight, I guess, situation. I don't know. That would be really weird.
Do you see Roy knocking Mike Tyson out? Like, we're speaking, only one-way street sort of thing, and like nobody's saying, does Roy Jones hurt Mike Tyson?
No, I don't think so.
He could absolutely hurt Mike.
Yeah, he could.
Mike is old.
Mike is old.
Do we see Mike taking the knee from a Roy Jones right hand?
Absolutely,
no
absolutely, because we don't know how he could take the punches. He's also old now. He ain't got the same punch resistance. He could act totally different when he get hit with a solid shot. Like, just because he used to take punches, that they don't say the last thing to go is your chin. No, it's your power, not your freaking
So if we
durability.
see Mike Tyson do the stanky leg, does this turn to a tragedy?
The thing is that's what we're arguing. If he do the stanky leg, they might stand. They might stop the fight, and that's what Eddie's saying. Like, bruh, they going with no headgear, but they saying they knocking each other, but then the commission saying they ain't allowing no knockouts. So, like, what's gonna happen?
So if Roy does the stanky leg, does it look as bad?
They might stop it. It don't matter who
does it
looks
look
bad.
as bad?
Nah, it's supposed to look that way.
Them,
Hell no.
Listen, either one of them does it. It looks bad.
Bruh, come on. Anybody that's going into this fight not expecting Mike to kill Roy, you shouldn't even be watching this. Like, that's what we want it for.
I don't know, man. That's a really
why else is a heavyweight
hill to
why else is a
stand
heavyweight fight in the middleweight if not to kill him? Come on, guys. Come on.
Bruh, what are you talking about though? These men are in their 50s and 60s. Like, what do you?
And Tyson
I'm
is
just
still
playing. They're really not in their.
And Tyson is still a true heavyweight. Tyson is still a true heavyweight, and Roy is not.
I feel you, but that's what I think Eddie was saying. Like, that's what Eddie's saying is like this thing, and Mauricio, this thing is ultimately for charity. So like you going out there and you're gonna kill a guy. It's like I don't know how that look. Listen,
I'm gonna put you to sleep.
yeah, exactly. Like I think you look at it, and if you say, all right, we'll go out there and box a few rounds, and if like a big moment or two happens, great. But if one of these guys gets tagged on the chin and they're stumbling drunk, bro, you really want to see Mike Tyson being forced to sit on a stool as he tries to get up because he has no idea where he is. Like, I don't want to see that. Like, that's heartbreaking.
Bruh, if Roy does it, I want to see it. What do you mean?
Oh, man, bro. Yo, you need to put on like your own Kumatai or
I'm
Kumite.
just saying, bro. Like
Kumite.
they gonna fight. So you telling me they gonna fight and you don't want to see one of them win convincingly?
I want to see one of them win convincingly. Absolutely. I
All
don't
right.
want to see somebody drunk from a jaw shot that,
Bro,
has a man
this is
seeing
a
double for a
fight.
week.
This is a fight. This is
I
not,
know, exactly.
This
That's
is
the
not
problem, bro.
coloring. This
Is
is
it a fight though? Like, I mean, I don't know.
I'm gonna put you to sleep.
It's a really weird
It
situation.
is a
Ness.
fight
You gotta
because
admit that.
listen, it is a fight because all the fear you have for Roy, you should have for Mike. Roy is the more active fighter.
No, you're right. You're right. You're absolutely right. Because that's why you said, listen, Doomy said, do you envision it? Or he said, can you see it? Or something like that.
Yeah.
And my answer was no. Now, if Doomy would have said, like, could it happen? Absolutely. Is Roy capable of doing that? Sure. I think he is. But I don't think that's what they're going to. Listen, if anybody's going to go in there without the intentions of severely hurting the other guy, it's got to be Roy. I mean, I don't want to say that Roy's not a commodity. He's definitely a commodity. But we're talking about Mike Tyson. Like, that's the commodity. Like, let's be honest. If it was Roy against anyone else, nobody would give a shit. You know how I know? Because Roy has been fighting everyone else and nobody's giving a shit. Like, it's been on UFC, I think. Like, it's just not the same situation. We're watching because of Mike, and I think that it would just be heartbreaking to see him get severely hurt. And I don't think Roy wants to do that either.
I don't want to see. We spoke about that, right? I think that was one of the questions they asked on Untitled was, what's the fight that made you sad the most, right? And I said Mike Tyson, his last fight with Kevin McBride, and I didn't like seeing him like that. You know what I'm saying? It was like the ending of the of a legend. You know what I'm saying? When you see him all sad, I don't want to do this no more. It was crazy. So like, I don't want to see him like that. So, I just wanted to see you guys' opinions of what you thought maybe Roy could do to him. As far as you guys, a lot of guys out there that believe it though. They believe it. They believe that Roy is gonna get him 15 years out of competition. He ain't got the reflexes and everything there, and that Roy's been active even though he got KO'd. But he he's getting a lot of juice from the fans right now. And to me, honestly, I really don't see Mike Tyson getting hurt. I see him strong right now. He's always been strong. Mike Tyson was never one to really get knocked out. He could take a good shot. I mean, that neck was always super, super thick, man. This guy's neck was one of the biggest necks in boxing when he was in his best shape. So I don't see him getting rocked, but seeing him get stumbled would probably have everybody at the edge of their seats, But I don't see him getting KO'd or anything like that. I might maybe rocked a little bit if the perfect punch lands, but man, is Roy gonna have to be really perfect to land that punch? Other than that, it's really, I think it's gonna be a matter of Roy Jones as a matador, so to speak. He's gonna be playing the matador, and he's gonna have to be very careful, and he's gonna have to he's actually, in my opinion, he's gonna be the one guiding the fight, because at the end of the day, he's gonna be the one that's gonna ramp up Mike Tyson's aggression based on how he punches him, because Mike Tyson's known always for the guy that you hit him, he's trying to hit you twice and then 3 times as hard. So, Roy places a couple good punches, you're gonna see old Mike come out. And I mean, I don't see Roy getting super put out, but I see the ref. I mean, I'm pretty sure the meeting's going to be set. And again, guys, like, even though that this is being, put out there, oh my God, and even Mike Tyson saying that he's going to search and destroy, all this is being dramatized. But at the end of the day, I think that the referee and whoever's involved in the rulings and the guidelines of the fights, they're going to be really, really, really adamant about making sure that the referee knows exactly when to step in, that he's very, very attentive. I mean, they're going to go over all that stuff. And at the end of the day, I don't see Mike Tyson punching through a referee. You know what I'm saying? Like back in the day, I forgot who he fought. Remember? And he had old boy on the ropes. Then the referee jumps in and he's still wailing on old dude. Forgot what fight that was, but I know y'all remember it. But yeah, I remember
the highlight.
Yeah, that shit was nuts. But I don't think we'll get that. I think it's gonna be a well-paced fight. And again, Royce is gonna have to play the matador, man. He's gonna have to play the matador.
So it looks like Roberto Diaz might be a little bit late. I hit him up.
Oh man.
Looks like last night was michelada time.
I mean, it's 7 a.m. for him, bro. So.
Oh yeah, that's a toughie.
Nah, let Roberto have his little cafecito con pan, and
Yo, the one disappointing thing is though, I wish there were fans in attendance. Not because I would go, because I'm not gonna lie, I wouldn't. But
you wouldn't go?
I mean, if I had all the money in the world, yeah, for sure, definitely. But on my balling
on your budget.
Nah, man. I listen.
So
I
you
would go
saying you pick and choose the fights you go to, and this isn't one with two legends?
Thank you.
That's what I'm saying.
No, it's not.
Yo,
no, bro. I want to go see Canelo and Smith, or I want to go see Wilder Fury 3.
If you were
AJ
sitting in a
Pulev.
position where,
man,
you just said, you had all the money in the world, you would not attend this.
If I had all the money, of course.
He said, but on this budget, he said on this budget he wouldn't try. But I think that on this budget, I would try because...
Bro, are you serious?
Listen,
you're going to waste your money on the California trip to go see something you don't even know what it is?
It wouldn't be... Look, obviously, I wouldn't do it September 12, 2020 because of the pandemic,
well, of course, but we're just talking about the fight. And we're talking about as a fan. We're not talking about Nestor Gibbs going in there with a camera and getting great footage.
Listen to me. If this were... a normal, we still had normal life, if this was last year, September 12, 2019, absolutely.
Bro, you're tripping.
I
know you wouldn't go.
Listen to me. I believe the Info Joes of the world, the Stainlesses, our older 30, late 30s, late 40s would go out. Some of us, like me, I was ripping and running. Probably, Tyson prime, I was a kid. Tyson after jail, ripping and running. So I ain't never had a chance to see Tyson. I had to meet Tyson as a journalist, as a podcaster. I didn't see Tyson in the ring. I seen Tyson from the couch in my father's room.
Yo, how we get Mike Tyson on, bro? We need Mike Tyson on.
Bro, I don't think it would be as hard as you think.
So get him on. Reach out to him on IG with all the other 60 million people trying to hit him
not
up.
IG.
No, of course it's not gonna be that easy. I'm just saying I don't think it's as hard as we probably think.
Nah, we're gonna have to holler at the Chizzy Shannon, man. Shannon gonna have to build.
Shannon,
he got that bridge, man. He gonna lay it down.
I wouldn't feel
Shannon ain't burning his Tyson bridge for a show.
I don't think he probably would. You're right, but maybe he could put us in touch with somebody who would. Like maybe he knows his publicist or something that he could hit us up with.
He the people's champ. He got to be here so the people's voice can be heard, man.
And he's back, right? So he could.
Danny, we got a Danny show tomorrow. We're gonna have Coach Anthony. Don't let me forget. It's got to be scheduled on Danny versus Earl. Coach Anthony from Philly gonna be on. You got that great YouTube channel. That thing just keeps blowing up too, man. That's rich content. Put your hands in the air.
Yo,
I think we're going to go to the phone lines, guys, because it looks like Robert might have stood
real quick, the only thing I was saying is I wonder what celebrities would show up. if any.
Bro, you know Sylvester gonna be there. Nicholson gonna be there. Is Nicholson still alive?
Yeah,
All
yeah,
right.
he's still alive.
He'll be there. That's what I'm saying. The
Bill Murray.
the people
Bill
that remember
Murray.
them.
What was his name? The guy that got Parkinson's that was in Back to the Future?
Fox.
Eddie Fox.
Michael J. Fox.
My bad. I called him Eddie Fox.
Michael
That's
J.
his brother.
Fox.
His brother's Eddie
Hey.
Fox. No, I'm just playing.
Lawyer.
Listen, I think Kendrick would probably go. Jay
Lamar?
Z. Yeah, Kendrick Lamar. I bet
Yeah.
Jay Z would.
Yo,
and,
you
and
just
Queen
never
Bee would
know.
go.
You just never know. I think I seen like a post where Kendall Jenner or one of the Jenners said that like Mike Tyson was their favorite fighter. It's like, bro, you never even seen him fight. And that's what I'm saying. You just don't know who he gonna bring out, man. He transitioned his own generation and his own, time in boxing. Like he surpassed that like Ali. And the beauty about him, is that look, when Ali was done with boxing, he was messed up. Tyson is still good. He out here got a podcast. He talking to folks, he giving advice. He still training. He teaching people a little more. Like imagine if Ali would have had the second half of his life as healthy as Tyson, bro. Like Ali would still be here. You understand? So,
Shit.
What?
Yo, is Mills Lane still alive?
No.
I thought he was, but
Meg said he is, but no way. I swear I heard
Crazy.
he passed.
Ain't that the dude that say I'm strong but I'm firm?
Yeah, I'm fair, but I'm firm.
And he the one that had a judge, Judge Mills Lane.
yeah, Judge Mills Lane
He's still alive, bro.
No way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's 82 years old.
Oh,
Damn,
man.
bro.
Bless
My
his
bad,
soul.
Mills.
Bless his
Yeah.
soul. He
Yo,
out
you
here.
looking good.
He
Bless
out
up,
here.
champ.
He out here fighting. I hear you, champ.
Bro, he
Damn.
82. Yo, listen. Here's my thing, though.
Yo, they
They
should
should
have
at
at
least bring
call
him
the fight.
in.
Call
Nah,
him the
you know
fight.
what? Never mind. They can't. It's too risky with COVID. He can't. He just needs to stay home and just isolate. You know what I'm saying? He wants to drop a number. I'll call him up every other day. Be like, yo, what's up,
Man.
champ?
Yeah, man.
Just needs-
Yo,
he
look
needs-
at Mills Lane in the chat with a Z. Like, yes, I am.
Yo, I love it when they do that, bro. That's hilarious.
Let's get it on.
Yo.
Damn, bro. I hate when I come back to the chat and 152 messages. I gotta wait.
Oh,
Damn, that's a
populating.
lot of messages.
Populating.
Yo, so is there
Yo,
any
it said-
testing for this?
Oh, here's
bout?
a super chat real quick. Mario Negative AF. Support boxing, dude. Stood the BS. I'm not being negative. How am I being negative? Just being real. Like,
Call you real deal in the Holyfield.
Call you real deal. Evander mad as hell on the outside. Holyfield.
Yo, Evander holding his right side, mad as hell. Like, yo, this
Yeah.
guy getting the fight.
I'm a Vander's publicist, so I'm a little mad right now. A little sour.
Evander's like, what the hell? Yo, see that fight.
Yo.
See that fight, absolutely. You know what? I think that if it would have been an Evander Holyfield in the ring instead of Roy, it would have really got serious. Like these guys would have went right back to that.
See, I think the opposite. I think that if it was Evander, I think they would have probably went the headgear route, the 18
You're
inch
crazy,
glove
bro.
route.
Every
What?
time Evander put on sunglasses, he thinking about Tyson, bro. he want to take him out.
Yeah, you're probably right. Yeah. You're probably right.
Let
I'll take the L. I'll take the L.
let Holyfield get in that ring, man. He want to get back.
Yo.
He didn't look
crazy.
so bad himself the other day.
Yo,
I mean,
Mario.
now it's a while back, but
Yo, nothing on no Twitterverse news. What's going on?
not that I'm seeing.
I'm talking about like last night.
What that No, not the Terrence stuff I saw.
Oh, that was not bad. I think that's a show.
I don't know
yeah?
what the
Let me
hell
check.
that was.
I ain't see that. Let me see that.
You didn't see it?
Nah, send it to
Oh.
me.
I saw, but I went on.
You just sent it to us.
I went on the Twitter and then I didn't see it on Terrence's Twitter. I don't know where that came
Oh
from.
no, he don't want to put that anywhere.
It don't matter. It was.
That was a Chris
I
Williams
sent
article.
you talking about the article? No, I ain't even read it. I just sent you. Somebody sent it to me. You know, I get hit.
Yeah, I saw it. I saw it
I'll
last
check
night.
it. I'll check it in depth. But listen, I want to remind everybody, even though Roberto Diaz couldn't wake up early, 7 a.m. on the West Coast, we still got Untitled at 10:45. We're gonna go ahead and open up these phone lines. Get your opinions on
Overtime.
this. Yes, we got overtime, not Untitled. Thank you so much, my friend. Where are we at with these sponsors?
Subscribe to youtube.com/theboxingvoice for the latest and greatest interviews with your favorite
Let's
fighters.
see where we at. Where we were at yesterday? Like 182, right? 182.
Let's hit him with a drum line.
We were at 115 to 182. We're at 115, 194. So we need 6 brave souls to get us to that 115,200. It took us about 3 days. Well, I mean, if we actually get the next 6, it would have taken us 3 days, which is poor.
So we need 3, you said?
No, we need 6. But it took 3 days to get that extra 100 subs.
Let's get the 6 right now, champions.
Yes, sir. We need 6 subscribers to take us over the top during this live show. We're going to go out to the callers. You know the number to call in, 14255695241. Press 1 one time. Voice your opinion right here on the Voice of the People hotline. Don't forget, you can also add Nestor Gibbs on Skype to be part of the conversation from anywhere in the world, as long as you can download that free Skype app from your respective app market.
Remember to rate us 5 stars on iTunes.
These calls are brought to you by El Camino Electrical Services, experts in electric vehicle charging stations. For consultations and turnkey installation, visit us at elcaminoelectricalservices.com.
Going out to Lids Low in Decatur, Georgia. What up?
Hey, what's that? Y'all, you can hear me pretty good?
Yes, sir.
All right, cool thing. I still stand the same on this. I just not into the older guys fighting, man. Now, I mean, the names are cool and whatnot, but see, I took care of my mom for 2 years, bro. So when it comes to older people, I got a softer spot. So anybody who in the medical field or anybody who got an older person they take care of, they'll understand what I'm saying. But yeah, I'm just not for it, bro. I'm not. I watch it because of the undercard and shit, but me personally, I ain't gonna buy it. Like, and I want everybody to challenge your favorite fighter. I'm gonna challenge Bud. Like, Charlotte, this is what it comes to. We gotta, dig up the fossils. No disrespect to them, but them boys done live. They done did. They fight. These niggas about to be living grand like Mike Tyson doing already with the marijuana. Like, I just don't get it, Charlotte. I'm not into it. And no disrespect to them. I fucks with them, but I'm not fucking with the fight, bro. Straight up, sorry for the cussing. But y'all, man, and everybody digging this up to be a fight. This supposed to be an expedition, bro. It shouldn't be no more than 3 rounds. They do need to puff your glove, and they need headgear. Again, if you anybody who take care of older people, you understand.
Damn, my bro, he called them fossils.
Yo, listen, and this is the voice of the people. This is where you get to express your frustration. Not everybody is into maximum violence of all ages. Listen, I was told by Steven Chicago that he had to delete his Patreon and re-sign up as he was having issues transferring, from month to month for whatever reason. So if you're having that same issue like Mario was, who discussed it on Untitled, I guess cancel and re-sign up. That's the only advice we can give at this point, or be forced to lose out on this Patreon show in the next 40 minutes. Let's go out to Caesar in Las Vegas. What up?
Yo.
Yo.
Can you guys hear me?
We do.
Sorry. Hey, damn it. Never mind. Thank you for the show, guys. I got busy here at work.
No problem, champ. Greatness usually not speaking, so we'll move on to Keem, who sometimes does speak, and if not, we're going to go to King Amin, who also sometimes is busy at work. So which one of you guys are available? It looks like Greatness is not. Let's see. What did Keem say? Keem is not. And King Amin going once. Twice is not. And we'll go. There he goes. What up, Amin?
Just Like, the king is what I mean. The king is what I mean.
TBV, what's good, fellas?
What it do?
I got a special type of exuberance. Tomorrow is my born day. I'll be 39 years old, so I remember Mike Tyson fights very well. I cried when he lost to Buster Douglas because my daddy lost money. You know what I'm saying? It was not a good night.
You wasn't getting the toys that month, huh?
Yo, nah, we was good. It was garbage bags full of toys, but he was pissed. He was just pissed. I ain't saying he was like, mad grumbles with his Guinness stout. Like, oh, blood clot Tyson will lose the fight. The man carry on all night long and party.
He a champ if he drinks a Guinness. That's my favorite right there, champion.
Hey, yo, hey, look, I'm gonna tell y'all a quick anecdote, right? It's a lady down the street from me. She passed away a couple years ago, 90 years old, right? I used to try. Now, I've been living in this block like 15 years. For years, I would go and try to help her shovel. She would refuse me. She'd be like, no, please, no, let me do this. I need this. Like, she needed that to do that. 90 years old, she needed to shovel her own snow. She required that. As long as these dudes is safe, let them get it off. Some people have something within them where they got to get it out their system. They need that independence. They need that rigor. They need to get it off. So as long as they safe, Mike seems to be both, like mentally safe and physically right. Roy, I think he needs a couple good CAT scans. I don't think them doctors are.
So what you saying, King? I mean, Tyson needs to go purge. Roy Jones need to go purge. They need to let it out. And I feel it though, man.
I wanna purge on you, champ. I want to purge on you and your little nervous leg. That every time you talk, you got to jump your leg, make your desk jump, then it makes your mic jump, and we got to hear it. I'm an audio snob. I hear it all. Everything. I hear it. Majid. That soundbite actually, I don't know if it's because I'm used to it now or you've worked on the
volume levels.
The volume levels. Now it finally feels like a Bruce Lee. Is it Bruce Lee?
It's Liu Kang from Mortal Kombat. When he flew across the screen, kicking you. That's that one.
Majid, what up? Florida.
Not much, man. Everybody, y'all need to just subscribe to the channel. Help them reach that number. I ain't gonna say the rest because, hey, man, look, I'm looking at this Mike Tyson versus Roy Jones like they gonna do it regardless. You can't stop people from doing what they want. And I feel like Mario, he being real negative because I wouldn't buy that. We supposed to be supporting boxing right now. Boxing at an all-time low. So all these fights that get that big publicity and shit, we need to be there and supporting it just to get our numbers up so UFC won't be kicking our butt, man. So just stay positive and stop playing like they fossils or whatever. Give these men some credit and just hope for the best. But come on, man, you killing us. You ain't never want that fight. Don't even lie and say you want Fury versus Wilder 3 because you don't want that neither, man. Just be real on the mic. All this shit is recorded and we got stuff from back in it, like what you been saying the whole time, man. Stop hating on Mike, dog. Let him do his thing. And Roy, too. All right, I'm out.
Monster kill.
Rob said, you complaining, but we hear your dog snore every show. You're lying.
It's true. God.
You're lying.
What did he say?
But I love Sky and Luna.
Sky, it's Sky. She's
the best.
I don't ever even hear her. I've only probably once or twice.
Only Mario tells the truth. You're a saint, Mario. You're a saint.
I've heard her maybe once or twice.
Saint Mario. Saint Mario, Latter-day Saints.
Those dogs, Ness's dogs got character. I swear, dog. Character.
They're a bunch of daddy's girls from what it sounds like.
Yeah, they snoring at his feet right now.
Let me get to Marlon So Icy Sims. What up, champ?
Are you there?
Oh, he's probably working. Sony the commish. What?
Vamos, campeón.
Alright, man, that better not been a Bluetooth.
I didn't hear a word he said. Was he talking?
Yeah, he said, "Yo, can y'all hear me?"
Oh
What
shoot,
is
I
Trey
didn't hear
talking
nothing.
about? Trey says Z's. What am I putting her to sleep, or she hears the dog snoring?
That's Snorlax under your desk.
Door the
Yo,
dog.
look at Rob back again. Every show lies, lies. I tell you. Steve in Chicago, what up?
Vamos, campeón.
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I agree with the last caller. I don't think we should talk about this in a negative way. I say just let him do his thing. With me, he's the whole reason I got into the sport and followed it. It was because of him, because of Mike. So I'm never going to say anything negative about him or what he wants to do. And he's a grown man. He wants to do it. And we shouldn't be against people trying to make a little extra for something, whether it's charity or something, or even if it was for themselves. What's negative about them doing it? I don't get it. Just from the safety aspect, I'm sure whoever sanctions this is gonna take the proper precautions. So I don't have anything negative to say about it.
All right, Trey in the Bay. Trey in the Bay.
Oh, Sonora and Nasty. Y'all hear me?
Yes.
You know we can hear them dogs, Sonora, man. You better get up off Doobie with that. I ain't got much, man. The Mike Roy Jones, it is what it is, y'all. It's an exhibition. They hyping it up, talking about knocking each other out. I don't think we should dig too far into it, man. But you can go ahead and get my boomerang to Info Joe. That's my call.
Info. You talking or you at work, champ?
We in here.
Oh, snap. Well, you know what time it is.
Mr. Info Joe.
This portion of the show we call In the
Mr.
Know,
Info Joe.
presented by my brother.
Yo. Good morning, TBV family. What's up?
What up, champ?
Let's go.
What up? Man, what's up with everybody calling in all sad, man, talking about they don't want to see the fight, man? Yo.
They must have not seen you in Border Wars, Info.
Yeah, man.
They don't know what child legends can do.
Right. Yo, hey, man. I love the fight. I understand for people out there who don't want to pay for the fight. I get it. You know what I'm saying? But other than that, man, that's Mike Tyson and Roy Jones Jr., man. Legends in the game. And we'll be crazy if they do bigger numbers than the current fighters. That would just blow my wig right there. But I'm loving the fight, man. I'm hoping that nobody don't get hurt. But I still got Mike Tyson. They're my two favorite fighters, man. I don't want to see nobody get hurt, but I'm going with my Iron Mike, man. This is for the younger generation that never have seen him fight live, man. So you're not going to get the prime Mike Tyson, but you're going to get the chance to see the legend, man. Him and Roy Jones, both legends, man. And it's gonna be nice, man. I'm looking forward to it, man. I don't know what all the hate is about. I understand if you don't want to pay for it, don't pay for it. Look at it on review. But it's gonna do big numbers and it's good for boxing. It's gonna bring people who haven't been watching boxing in a while. It's gonna bring them back. You know what I'm saying? And it's gonna make them look at the current fighters because they're going to be talking about, the current fighters. So it's good for boxing, man. That's all I got, family. Everybody have a blessed, no stress day and peace and blessings, man. Good to be here, y'all. Good show. Hit those thumbs up. Peace.
All right.
Ness, you see the blog talk? Did it pop up?
Josh in North Carolina ringer status. What up, champ?
That's a yes.
What up, TV? B?
What's
good with y'all?
Chilling.
Shit. Hey, I'm about to stream the hell out of this fight. I got a couple of my other family members going to be streaming this fight, too.
I mean, everybody's streaming it on the app. It's on the app. We all got to stream it.
10 seconds.
Huh? Oh, you talking
Don't you
about?
gotta pay for it though?
Oh, you talking about the stream with the eye in front of it?
Yeah, yeah. That stream.
He talking about illegally streaming it. Oh, I
Nah, nobody said that, Champy.
I thought you was talking about
Well,
streaming it
I'm
on the
doing
Thriller app.
Nah, it ain't worth me paying for. You know why? I ain't gonna pay for it because none of all these fighters, these current fighters, are fighting the best. The best fight the best. No, nobody want to do that. Now we got to go back into the time machine and watch Roy Jones and Mike Tyson fight. Man, get out of here with that, man. I just hope this wake up I hope the current boxers wake up and be like, hey, I think we got to start fighting the best. I hope that happens. Oh yeah, just a side note. I want to apologize to Bud because on the real, I think Errol's scared of Bud. I think he don't want that smoke. He do not want that smoke. And tell Errol to stop out here acting like he Yellow Beezy and get focused and goddamn get ready to fight. That's all I got to say. I'm out.
Say what? James, what up?
Hello.
You.
James, what up?
Can you hear me, Nurse?
Yeah.
Yes.
Loud and
okay,
clear.
no, I had to step out of work. Hey, no, I had a question I was going to ask you on IG, but I figured I'd call in and ask you. Sometimes I'm looking for old interviews, and I think you said you don't like to put them on the title because, like, if they don't show up, like Robert today. But after the show's been done, you can't put it in there, like, so that, you know, after the show's been done, say, interview with Ronnie Shields or whatever. So we want to go back and listen to something, we can find it, because I'm still trying to maneuver through Patreon. Like, I was going through Patreon trying to find some old shows, and I couldn't really find any. And I hate going through YouTube. So I went to the website, and then the website, it's all there. So I was listening to some old podcasts. And, like, I listened to one the other day where you calling Mike a punk, and Mike was like, don't call me a punk, Ness. And you were like, all right, punk, what's up? But I like to go back and listen to them. And I was wondering if you can't retitle them when you're done, like interview with Ronnie Shields or something like that. So it's easier for us to go back and listen to your interviews.
I'm be honest, man. There's two ways to answer that. So, but they both are can only be done with you know, time or money. So, if today the title would have been interview with Roberto Diaz, nobody would be here. So we don't put that in the title, and we don't make that the focus of the show because it's show business. You never know what happens with a guest. As far as putting it back, Roberto Diaz just answered. But we can't. We got overtime, you know. He missed the boat. It's showtime. Tell him we rescheduled, Doomy. So where was I? Okay, so as far as going back and putting it, it's bad for SEO. Once you title a video, right, it's called James Valdez Loves Boxing. If I try to change this to James Valdez interviewed Mario, the people that I shared the link with initially, that link could be possibly broken, right? Because that URL already has James Valdez Love Boxing. And or, right, the SEO power of which is search engine optimization. So the SEO power of Mike Tyson, Eddie Hearn, Andre Ward. Well, actually, it's not Tyson and Jones in the title. It's just Ward and Hearn, which are bigger names than Roberto Diaz in the boxing world, right? Roberto Diaz is definitely a figure in the world, but obviously Ward being a fighter is more boxing, and Hearn being as vocal and outgoing and you know, camera friendly and does impersonations, you know what I mean? So it's about SEO. So long answer is either we make more money and we can pay someone to cut the interview out and do it the way that you say, right? So that it's a separate video of Roberto Diaz's interview, you know, August 4th, blah, blah, blah. Or, you know, we get to the point of like Joe Button's Joe Rogan where you're doing 250,000 views per episode, and then we can afford to do it ourselves. So, yeah, it's just...
what about the interviewee in the description.
I mean, yeah, you can go back and do that, I guess, every show. But like this
But
show,
why not
you
just
would have to.
in the description, and if they don't show, it'll be obvious.
Well, in the description, I don't see how that helps him find it. But
That's true. That's a good
But
point.
maybe
You're
if
right.
he Googled it, like if you put it in the description and then Valdez went to the internet and typed in Google search boxing voice Roberto Diaz interview, it would come up. Because then, Google would read the description, so to speak, and detect that keyword and bring it up as a option. So, woo, took you out of school. Yo, we going to JT, just listening, because we got to go to overtime. Time again, and he's here. We're going out to JT in New Orleans.
So interesting that you come across like a nice guy, but you're really a piece of shit. Hey, with that comment. Come on. No, that was a piece of fuck you. That was a piece of shit. You know, we're doing live TV. Man, I don't care. What you gonna do about it?
I'm killing this mother. Why do you have to talk like that? Well, I'm talking to you the way I want to talk to you. You have a problem? Turn off your station. I'm the best ever.
The best ever. You heard it. Champ. Toasty. No toasty. No.
Huh?
Hello?
We hear you.
Oh, what Mike you was talking to? I heard somebody say you called Mike out his name and he said don't call you that. Don't call me that.
I don't know.
Oh, okay. Well, look, that's a good fight, man. I'm interested in the fight. I know Mike Tyson gonna knock Roy Jones out and stuff like that. He too explosive, man. And he looked like he coming in there to maybe go about 4 rounds and get him out of there. So I'm excited about the fight. You know, Mike's it might be more entertaining than some of these young fighters we got waiting to fight each other. That's all I got, though.
All right. I mean, look, man, he's too explosive, and that's what I'm saying. It's going to be a matter of Roy Jones playing the matador, and he's going to have to, like, really be careful, man, because at any moment, Mike Tyson could put his lights out.
Majimbe.
Yo, what's going on, guys?
What up?
What's going on, campeón?
So, y'all already know how I feel about this fight, but my brother is a casual, and he calls me around 6:45 this morning to ask me if I knew about this fight and if I was going to order the fight. Because, you know, he never buys the fights. He just comes to my house to watch it. So he's I guess he's what I guess I go by to see if things are starting to heat up, you know, and if people want to watch it. And it looks like they are. I mean, he's excited about it. He's excited about it. I'm still not paying for it. I guess this time I'm gonna go to his house to watch it. But yeah, man, it looks like they're starting to catch on. People are excited about it. You know, 2 old guys, I guess. But yeah, man, catch you on overtime.
All right. Speaking of overtime, catch us there in 7 minutes or immediately after this, unless the gentlemen need to use the bathroom. My name is Nestor Gibbs. Catch me on Instagram and Twitter at NestGTO. Peace. Catch me on overtime, like right now.
At More Mugi on Twitter, at More Mugi on
where we will discuss this video editing stuff that people seem to think only takes 15 minutes. let me pay
at
you.
More Mugi on Twitter.
I'll pay
at
you.
More Mugi on Instagram. I don't need to pee.
minutes.
Let's go.
15 minutes. You know,
And you
so
can catch me on IG, Alex_Doomsday_LAINEZ. Same handle on TikTok, Twitter, AlexINSTBV. And don't forget to hit that notification bell. And if you haven't hit the subscribe button, which is right next to the bell, you should have a D. If it doesn't, you're not part of the family.
If
hit
you
that
don't
box.
have a D, it's because you are a D.
Damn. Nestor Gibbs, always with the hardcore face. Chip. But
I
yeah,
need a
man,
haircut.
See his
join
face
us.
today.
Yeah,
I need a
he's
haircut,
like
man.
in
My
the shadow
barber's,
realm,
like,
battling
wilding.
the Matrix agents for the internet. Hit that notification bell, though, because we will be going overtime, and we're always going overtime, right? Anytime of the day, we are there. So hit that subscribe button. Thumbs up, guys. And for the 17 thumbs down, the sad souls that woke up and maybe you got your coffee
Those are Eddie
spiked with some
protectors.
Haterade. Yeah, the Eddie protectors. Or maybe somebody spiked your coffee with some Haterade this morning. Or maybe you're just a bot. Or maybe you're just a troll.
Eddie
Winter
protector.
is coming. Winter is coming.
Eddie protectors. Eddie protectors.
Very soon, trolls, bots, haters.
I'm gonna put you to sleep.
Joshua was in the ring with one of the ghosts could show up again because he's got the thing that could bring the ghost, that right hand.